On August 19th, the entire army moved forward and pursued the Russians with all speed. 4 or 5 hours farther up the river, another battle started, but the enemy did not hold out long, and the march now led towards Mashesik, called the so-called Holy Valley. From Smolensk to Mashesik, the war displayed its horrible work of destruction. All the roads, fields, and woods lay as though sown with people, horses, wagons, burned villages and cities. Everything looked like the complete ruin of all that lived. In particular, we saw 10 dead Russians to one of our men, although every day our numbers fell off considerably. That line hit me pretty hard. Everything looked like the complete ruin of all that lived. And he's saying that for every one soldier that they had lost, they're finding 10 dead Russians. And again, that's another thing, another tactic of the Russians. They're just going to draw you in, and they've got people. They've got massive numbers of people. And they're willing to fight in attrition warfare and give up their people as they surrender to do as much damage to the enemy as they can. And what they're doing is they're spreading out the logistics train. They've destroyed the support mechanism that you would use by going and eating what food was in the village. They destroyed that. They burned it all. And so now your logistics train gets completely spread out over these horrible roads. And that's how they know. That's the Russian tactic. And then once they've done that, they wait for winter. Back to the book. In such numbers were the Russians lying around that it seemed as if they were all dead. God, how I remembered the bread and beer which I had enjoyed at home with such an indifferent pleasure. Now, however, I must struggle half wild with the dead and living. How gladly would I renounce for my whole life the warm food so common at home if I only did not lack good bread and beer now. I would not wish it for more all my life. But these were empty, helpless thoughts. Yes, the thought of my brothers and sisters so far away added to my pain. Wherever I looked, I saw the soldiers with dead, half-desperate faces. Many cried out in despair, if only my mother had not borne me. Some demoralized men even cursed their parents and their birth. Napoleon.